I'm going to do a huge caveat to this whole podcast. I will be discussing topics that might seem a little bit overboard to some people, but I have to make this clear. This is not meant to be misogynistic, so don't misinterpret this podcast as that. Because I've had people say that to me a long time ago. Here's a big point behind this podcast, you guys. The point is for you to start positioning yourself as the prize, a little teeter there to what we're going to be talking about. So, let me just say this straight up. The number one thing killing men in 2025 isn't the economy, it's not politics, it's not even relationships. It's men acting like a woman's fan. And yes, I see you scrolling for hours, double tapping on her ass pic, dropping fire emojis, and even paying her rent on OnlyFans. I'm going to tell you guys something. Here's the big kicker. She does not respect you when you do that. She doesn't even think about you. She sees you as a customer. So, you're not her priority. She sees you as her fucking bitch. Let's start the podcast, you guys. Yo, if you're tired of spinning your wheels in the gym, my man, and if you're also struggling with low energy, lack of results, and feeling invisible to everyone around you, you need to stop trying random workouts, my dude. And also, cut out the cookie cutter diets. Those fail because they never train your mindset first. Click the link in the show notes and start Alpha Body Blueprint today. This is the only system that builds confidence, discipline, and masculine energy, and get the lean, shredded physique you want. You are listening to the Masculine Mindset Show, a podcast for men to develop a backbone, a masculine purpose, if you will, and get more physically attractive, and even become more mentally healthy. All you men listening, I turn nice introverts into fit, self-entitled savages, if you will. And you might even become a little cocky as a result of your G status. More importantly, you guys, I also show you how to flirt and date more women and seal the deal. Just look at the show notes. They are all on my blog articles. Let's get into the content. Appreciate you guys for tuning into this podcast today. Now, I gotta make this clear. As I said, this is not meant to be misogynistic, so those of you idiots out there that try to come into my emails or DMs, don't hate the messenger, hate the game, because this is what works in today's dating game. Now, I'm going to talk about the fan frame, which is the death of desire, okay? This is the first part of this podcast, the fan frame. Here's the truth, you guys. When you're her fan, you're beneath her. She sees you as lower status. True story. And her desire never flows uphill. Think about it. Women don't crave men who are already on their knees, clapping like groupies. They crave men they can look up to, who set the standard, who have boundaries. They have standards, they have boundaries, and they know their code. Men who make her wonder if she's good enough to keep your attention. Make sense? So, the fan frame kills all of that. The minute you put her on a pedestal, she looks down at you. No woman has ever been turned on by looking down to someone. Guys, listen to me. This is why the nice guy always loses. Always loses. I have a very old podcast called 10x Your Masculinity. I believe it's the one that I recommend all of you guys to listen to on Spotify first. And fair warning, it's a bit intense. So if you come across that podcast, I basically shit on the nice guy syndrome so much that you're going to feel like you should never be the nice guy ever again. Okay? Now, to be clear, you guys, I'm not telling you to become an asshole instead of being a nice guy. On that podcast, I'm holding up a mirror for you to call yourself the fuck out. Here's a big point, you guys. The big point is this. She's going to enjoy your attention. She might even soak up the validation. She might even want your attention. Because, you guys, listen to me. Women seek attention. That's what they want from men, you guys. In case you guys haven't noticed, Some girls will literally use you for attention and not even want to do anything remotely sexual with you. And I know you guys, it's annoying. I've been in that situation a long time ago. But here's the thing. I want you all to know this right now. Don't ever become a woman's fan. Guys, listen to me. I'm going to tell you a quick story. I believe I told a story on my podcast a long time ago, but I think it's like Halloween special. Yeah. So what I did is I talked to, I believe her name is Lauren Hart. Yes. So even though I was wearing a band shirt, it doesn't fucking matter. I approached her and I asked her qualifying questions. So I asked her how long she's been screaming for. When she was young, like at what age did she start screaming? Because you guys, she is a screamer, okay? And I was asking her, like, what made you want to start screaming and all that shit? And here's the thing, you guys, she was selling herself to me. And I noticed that she definitely was smiling at me more than most of the people there. So if you want to not get fame brain, here's what you do. Ask qualifying questions, okay? Actually, I believe Michael Sartain came on my podcast and he talked about fame brain. All right, you guys, don't get fame brain. Now, let's keep moving forward. Why butthurt is good. Ha! Hilarious title for this part, right? But here's what's really gonna sting. If what I am saying makes certain women mad, that's good. That's exactly the fucking point. So, girls, don't get butthurt at me. This is what I've seen happens. And honestly, it means the nerve that I hit is kind of hard to hide. That nerve is this. Their entire power is built on male attention. Take that away, and they've got nothing to stand on. Here's the funny thing about that, you guys. This is the funny thing about that. When you pull away, when you stop acting like a fan, watch how fast the energy flips. Suddenly, she's watching you. Suddenly, she's wondering why you're not in her comments anymore. Why you're not double tapping anymore. Why you're not throwing fire emojis when she wants that hit from you. That validation, you guys. Listen to me right now. This is why I constantly say be internally validated. But as I said on a recent podcast on working out is self-love, you do want 10% external validation. I don't mean be a fucking feminine mess about it and start asking girls for their attention on what they think of your looks. Guys, listen to me. This is a common mistake that good-looking guys make. So really listen to me if you're a good-looking guy. If you ask a girl's opinion of you on your looks, that's not hot. If anything, you're just proving to her that you're somewhat insecure about the way you look because you want her validation on how you look. So, those of you good-looking guys listening, don't ask for validation from girls. Be internally validated that you feel good enough on your own. Now, back to the tangent, you guys. Fuck, that was a big tangent. Here's a point, you guys. This is where the game changes, all right? The point is this. You're not throwing money at her like every other fucking desperate beta provider. You are now the scarce resource, and she's the one chasing you. So, if this episode makes some OnlyFans girls pissed off, OnlyFans bitches, if you will. Yeah, you heard me right. OnlyFans bitches. Here's a point. I'm okay with pissing off some OnlyFans bitches. Alright? I'm perfectly fine with that. In fact, you guys be wise to realize that girls use that money to pay for their fucking rent. You guys do realize that, right? So I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to stop giving girls your resources, I suggest you fucking listen to this podcast and stop wasting your resources on girls. This right here, you guys, is why girls lose respect for rich guys. Now, let's keep fucking going. Okay. OnlyFans is modern day serfdom. So, what is that? What is that, Adam? Serfdom. Funny term, right? The men are peasants nowadays, paying rent for a fantasy. Okay? And the women, they're landlords charging tolls for access that doesn't even exist. Guys, listen to me. I'm going to actually break this down into 2 parts, okay? I'm going to be talking about how OnlyFans is modern serfdom, and I'm going to talk about authority and frame. So, let's keep fucking going. Here's the funny part, you guys. Here's the fucking funny part. The same guy who's dropping hundreds of dollars a month to see a girl's filtered photos could walk past her in real life and she wouldn't even recognize him. That's how pathetic the fan frame is. Make sense? So, when you come in the frame of a fan to a girl, here's what she sees herself as around that guy. She sees herself as, oh, I'm in the power position now. I can use him for whatever the fuck I want. Do you guys see why I want you to stop doing this? Now you know. Right here. A real man doesn't pay rent on someone else's castle. He builds his own throne. He creates his own life, where women are the ones seeking his validation, not the other way around. Now, listen up, you guys. Listen up right here. I might get some shit for this next part, but here's the thing. Authority and frame is literally the same thing, okay? I want you to develop an authority frame, okay? An authoritative frame. Does that make sense? You need to position yourself as an authority. It's that simple. So, I cover this in my very first dating ebook, okay? This is the foundation of attraction right here. Right here. This is the foundation of attraction. Whether girls want to admit it to themselves or not, they love a man that is in authority. They might think, oh, that's misogynistic. No, it's not, girls. It's really not. Here's the thing. If you really think that that's misogynistic, you have a bad relationship with men. And you probably have daddy issues too, so you should really do some introspection on why you think that that's misogynistic. So, here's a point, guys. Back to men now, all right? There are men out there that need to understand this. So listen, you guys. This is the fucking point. Authority flips the script on basically you never being a woman's fan again. Title of the podcast. Listen to me right here. Authority is a weapon of mass influence. I'll say that one more time because it's so profound. What I teach is human influence in my work, you guys. Authority is a weapon of mass influence. You'd be wise to start speaking with authority. And also, instead of you orbiting around her, this is what happens as a result. She orbits you. And once you understand that, you'll never waste another second being her fucking fan. It's not about putting women down. It's about communicating authoritative body language. Now, I want you to grab my book in the show notes. Become the Alpha Women Want on Gumroad. The whole point, you guys, is this. Some of you don't like the term alpha. The term alpha is not meant for you to misinterpret. I want you to just simply have alpha body language, but more importantly, you show that you own your entire frame. That means, you guys, you communicate that you own the room. Frame control, in a nutshell, is you having a strong reality. That's the point, you guys. And also, if you want to have that authoritative frame, here's what you do. You start speaking with fucking authority and speak from your fucking chest. You don't have to swear. You don't have to swear like me, you guys. But here's the thing. I want you to start owning who you are. No excuses. The prize mindset. This is the very last part to this podcast. Here's the thing, you guys. A lot of this is in your mindset. I'm going to talk about high status growth mindset in a second, but here's what I want you to all consider. This is a subtle mindset shift that if you just possess this mindset from my book, Become the Alpha Women Want, then you will absolutely give off that vibe that you're the one she is working for. Make sense? So all of this is in your mindset. So let's wrap this up by talking about the prize mindset. This is taken from Become the Alpha Woman Want, as I said. So this is it. I am the prize. You are the prize. She wants me, whether she knows it or not. And that's not arrogance. That's the reality. When you carry yourself like a man of value. I talked about this in my podcast episode called This Is Why You Must Be Delusional in Your Own World. Remember that? Yeah, you guys, I can be a bit arrogant here and there, but here's the thing, you guys. I can somewhat get away with it because girls realize that I'm being playful. I'm not meaning to put them down, if that makes sense. But anyways, I broke down the values list. The values list in that podcast. If you don't know what the values list is, here's what you do. You sit down and write 5 to 10 things great about yourself. No BS, not a single filter. Don't even filter yourself. The real traits that make you desirable, as I talk about on my podcast consistently. I teach guys how to become desirable. I do. So, could be the fact that you're into gaming, I don't know. But just write down 5 to 10 things that make you desirable. Make sense? So, it could be the fact that you love playing games, but you could even write down that you're disciplined, okay? If you're disciplined with gaming, cool. But more importantly, if you're disciplined with even taking a shower every day, write that down too. But more importantly, you guys, just write down 5 to 10 things great about you. Okay, say that, oh, I'm I'm good at looking people in the eyes. There you go, write that down. Now, for me, I'll just give you an example. I compliment myself on my style. Adam, look at that style over there. I love my style, right? And then you could even compliment yourself on your fucking beard. My client, Jason, who I personally train, he has a good beard. But here's the thing, you guys. I'm not saying that to be weird. I'm saying that to give you that as an example. Make sense? Good. Now, the point is you need to just compliment yourself, okay? And just write that down because you are the prize, all right? Fans beg for attention, prizes get pursued. Fans get ignored, prizes get chosen. Makes sense, you guys? The prize mindset, simply put. I'll state that one more time. I am the prize. She wants me whether she knows it yet or not. That is taken word for word from my first dating ebook. All right, you guys, let's get to the last part. I want to do a quick plug that I have honestly, guys, listen to me. This is not about my fitness course now, okay? This is more about you checking out my feature on BrainZ magazine. I've been writing articles now. One of them is about masculinity and mental health. And this is my plug on BrainZ magazine. I'm plugging my feature on BrainZ magazine. So check the show notes. I'll leave one article that I wrote on that website. But here's the point, you guys. Here's the fucking point. I want you to listen closely. I am a writer. I love writing. It's one of my favorite things to do ever. That's why I write so much. Now, here's what I'm going to say about that real quick. I genuinely do get people telling me, Adam, your articles are damn good. And I appreciate that, seriously, because I love writing. That is my favorite thing to do ever. Seriously. Appreciate all of you that tell me that. But let's get back to this, okay? I want to briefly cover my section on what I cover on my new version of Become the Alpha Woman Wants. But here's the thing, you guys. Here's what you don't get on the one on Amazon. You get 3 bonus rituals. They're not dark, okay? I know some of you say, Adam, your dark podcasts are a bit out there, but it's fine. I'm going to tell you right now. These rituals are not dark, okay? The first one is the approach that makes her open, okay? The second one is crown of charisma. The third one is high status growth mindset. Now, listen to me right now, you guys. Listen to me. I don't just apply theory, okay? Because a lot of men out there, they tend to stay on forums and they communicate their relationship problems on Reddit shit. And I don't really agree with that. Here's the tangent. I have you do rituals, okay? The approach that makes her open, high status growth mindset, and crown of charisma. So here's a point behind this plug, you guys. Here's a point behind this plug. I want you to grab your copy. Because I do get men telling me, Adam, I appreciate you making those rituals because I feel better already. Now, the tangent is this, you guys. High status growth mindset. This is a mental reset. When you walk in a room, You will feel like you own the room, as I was saying a little bit ago, right? And also, Crown of Charisma. This one is my favorite, you guys. This one's my fucking favorite. It's not about being loud. It's about creating a magnetic pull where she leans in and laughs harder and remembers you long after you're gone. By the way, guys, I do cover charisma in Becoming the Alpha Woman Want. And also, the approach that makes her open. It's not about having cheesy one-liners. It's about the vibe you carry that makes her receptive before you even say a word. So, the thing that I want to communicate to you right now, the way I want you to do these rituals is I want you to read them and apply it. That's what you're supposed to do. I love you guys. Leave me a 5-star review. Peace.